Lee's asking, what is your strategy to go from successful project to a retainer, or do you not seek that as a goal?
You're talking about. I'm assuming Lee is talking about uh, providing maintenance and support contracts, and that's
Yes, I'm assuming.
right. And with Wix, that's kind of an interesting problem, isn't it? Because one of the things that Wix sells is that it's easy to support and maintain your own website. Um, we always offer the client the opportunity to sign up for support and maintenance and or SEO support maintenance. We provide 30 days of support after we publish a project. And sometimes the client sees the value right away of, oh, I know I'm supposed to be able to do this, but I can't figure it out. And I can't figure out how to add a new PDF. I can't figure out how to structure the variants. It's just not something I do well. I'll hire someone to do it. SEO is another area where I find most of our clients and potential clients don't really understand. They kind of get it generally, but they don't understand what it takes, and they don't understand how much time SEO takes to improve. Improving your SEO takes a long time. They don't understand the balance of balancing things you need to do for your business that might rank you down lower, but you have to do them anyways. And what do you do to counter that by ranking you up? Um, Wix, it was kind of interesting. In a way, Wix it kind of is their own worst enemy because their claim to fame is anybody can build a website with Wix tools. And it is true. Anybody can build a website. Is it professional looking? That's a different question. Does it meet its objectives? Might be a different question. Can it get found? Another question. But anybody can build it. So we have a difficult time sometimes because Wix, people who want to go to Wix think it should be easy. They don't, and it's our jobs to explain to them, this is a complex system that you're building. And even though the tools make it easy, I can give you all the tools in the world. I don't know that I want to live, or you can give me all the tools in the world. I don't know you want to live in a house that I build. I'm not a builder. So, when the pipes burst, I need somebody there to fix them, and they're going to burst if I build that house. So I don't know if that answers Lee's question, but hopefully it gets to it.
I think that does answer the question. I kind of want to add on to that as well, because I think what helps too is like when we do a project, right? We might be doing the website, but I think what is also important is that the people that we're doing work with, they also understand that we have sub services where, for example, like on some of my web dev or even my content contracts, I might be working with them for producing a certain show, live streams, a certain amount of etc. But in our basically in my I'm gonna call it a pitch deck, but really in my I forget what I actually call it, but like basically literally the deck that I send to anybody where it's just like, this is all I do. And I also have it in my contracts as well, where it's just like, these are the services I'm providing you. By the way, here are some add-on services that we haven't really talked about, but at least you know that these are other things that I offer, and here's the price, cost, and if you guys saw something that you wanted to add on, you can just it's in that PDF. And they're like, oh, sometimes they're like, we didn't even know that you did accompanying X, Y, and Z. Can we actually add that to, even though we didn't have a conversation about it? So I think it's really important to the things, whether it's support, maintenance, and all that stuff, even if you haven't had a conversation on it, somewhere in your documentation or what you're sending through your contracts, your proposals, in that word that really is escaping me. It's not a pitch deck, but it's really just like all the things that capabilities deck. All the things you're capable of doing. Duh. having all of the services, the main things that you're working with them on, but also some of the sub things that you do offer that they might not want to do right now, but in the back of their mind, you're kind of planting a seed like, oh, we can work with, Branded or whomever in this capacity. And if we wanted to, we also have these other things that, other people we're talking to might not even have shown us, and we can have like a all-in-one by working with this person. So I think we're good there.
Right, and I think you want to have these retained services available because, again, when we're talking about, if you're hunting, you eat what you hunt and then you go out hunting again. This is like the farming part, right? Where now here's some reoccurring revenue that gives you breathing room to go out and look for customers, bigger, more professional customers. We find that when we talk to larger organizations, we are rarely arguing over money. They want to know, do we understand what they want to accomplish? When will the project be finished? And how will they know that everything is done? It's very rare that we have to quibble over money. It takes as much time to get a $2,000 website in terms of sales and discussions and all of that as it does a $10,000 or $20,000 website. It's amazing. So you shouldn't be afraid to go after the big ones.
Definitely.
I mean, the Wix, has the capability to meet the need.
For sure. And Nina's learned that very recently, where we were looking for people to interview more on this platform, and she had just reached out to people who had like 80,000, 100,000 plus. What's it called? It's just scared to even approach them, and then quite a few actually got back to her, and she was like, "Wait, what? We weren't necessarily selling websites, but the people you don't think just by doing things, you're like." It's just the fear that holds you back, and then when you get into it, you're like, oh wow, I actually got a response. So it's funny how even I'm sure probably a lot of the people who are in this watching this, or a lot of my first large clients, I thought were actually when they emailed me, I thought it was fake, or in the fact that I thought it was fake, that's just like, oh, this couldn't happen to me. It's the same thing where some people, when they want to reach out to people, they're like, oh, they'll never work with me. But that's only the case because we haven't been scared and done the actions required to work with them in the first place. But
yeah, I would agree.